Tony B.
I'm B.
And I'm Jim Bunny.
And we are
The Group Chat Live.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
Hi. We're here.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back in the first weekend of spring. Spring
Is
started
it?
this week. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't wear black.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't wear black.
She's out of her villain era.
Nope, still in that.
Oh,
still
my
in
God.
that.
What
Yes.
does villain era mean to you, though?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
I know. Why
Emo?
I know that? No, not
What does
that.
it mean?
I
Brittany,
just,
wow.
I just feel like villain era means like I have evil in me.
Oh, wow. I prayed today so hard for you in church. My
Tony
God.
came in praying, but
Yeah,
she came in
Got a little hell in me.
praying with the worship music on.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm being very intentional with my thoughts. I'm a very big overthinker, and my goal for 2025 is to get out of my own way so
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did
miss
say
my
that.
blessing. And so, therefore, I needed to just reground myself, recenter myself. I cried a little bit today, so I just needed to pray.
I love that for you.
That's what I've been doing lately. It's Lent right now, so I'm trying to do discipline.
Mhm.
So that's what I've been up to and going to church.
And also, I think you should also look into meditation as well, like I told you.
I have. You know what? Thank you for telling me that.
Mhm.
And like, remember I was telling you my therapist told me about centering myself
Mhm.
and sitting. You're so right.
Yeah.
You're
it
so
works.
right. Counting
Mhm.
and saying, I see a light. I see one light. I hear two sounds. I taste three things like that. It really do help. You probably should use your degree.
Also, box breathing as well. I don't know if you
Teach me that.
So it's a breathing technique where you visualize a box and then you breathe up, going around, exhale, going down.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so it's box breathing. Those can help too.
She
when you need
definitely
to,
should
like,
use her degree.
centering yourself.
Hey, Brittany, I like that. Can we practice
I
it
do
tonight?
that with my kids too.
Can we practice that
Yeah.
tonight? Oh, I like that. Y'all, in 2025, we are getting intentional with our mental health over here, babes. It's nothing like a healed woman. And so we are doing everything we can to put ourselves in the space that we want to be in. And I think each one of us are really doing a good job at finding it in ourselves.
I do. And like a lot of people, I want to go just, if we could quickly go back to the meditation thing, because a lot of people think of it supposed to be like this. But like, it's not really supposed to be like that.
Right, Tina.
Yeah, and I'm there.
Why are y'all fucking playing, bro?
Like that. It literally is just
that's a real life thing. They know how to connect
But when
those
you
two.
think about that,
it's not like that at all. So meditation is just centering your thoughts. You can have your eyes open. Mainly it'll work if you're closed, and just owning that moment in the now, right now, and not allowing your mind to wander. So that's just what it is. You're not sitting there and trying to have out-of-body experiences. Although as you open up those chakras and you know, become more spiritually aware, you can have out-of-body experiences. That's never happened to me. But it's not some sort of mystical thing where you're sitting
like
there.
And the out-of-body is the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
It's the Holy Spirit.
Okay, well, I believe in
No,
masturbation and meditation as well.
I don't believe.
I do believe in manifestation and masturbation.
Yeah, I believe in that
because
as well.
there have been times when I have, like, in that moment when you're getting ready to climax, I'd like verbally say out loud,
I have as well.
what I want, and it has happened.
Yeah,
I
totally
don't
agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with
I
you.
just do the old-fashioned way. I be praying and writing in my prayer journal, reading my Bible. I'm in 1 Samuel right now, so I don't know. I'll pray for y'all. Y'all, what the fuck, bro? What in the world?
I'm praying in my Bible, and what the fuck?
Because I didn't even know, Lord, I'm back in your will, but how did we even get there?
Fine, I'll
Girl.
go into check-ins.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
So-
What you been up to?
I moved back to the Southeast Side officially.
Yay! So happy.
Yeah, so I'm excited, and it's like been like I've been over to everybody's house, and everybody came to my house, and it's
it was
like,
so fun getting ready at your house
I
together.
know, right? Like we haven't done that in years because I stay so far, so I just go to one of their house and we'll figure
It
it
gave
out. from
college.
there.
I ain't gonna even lie to you.
It
It gave
gave-
college.
yeah.
She had made me some chicken one night.
Yeah, I made
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
she
it's
made it. Carter
No,
made it.
Carter
did, of course.
Okay, then. Okay.
Carter seasoned it. I put it in the air fryer.
Oh, so she really ain't cooked. She warmed it up.
Whatever.
okay.
I heard that is cooking. Somebody told me that if
And
you
it wasn't a man.
it was.
For real?
Yes.
Did his mama cook?
I don't be asking about niggas' mama.
Are you saying the aspect of the air fryer is not cooking?
Yeah. All
Yes,
the people
it
I know
is.
that's
Yes,
real
I
cookers.
feel
My
like
mama
that's
and
what
my
it
Aunt
is,
Mary
too.
do not have no air fryers. They told us we
Well, they
needed
need
not.
to get one because
No, they said it's not real cooking.
It is definitely cooking because if you
I
season
can
it
make
and you
some
buy
really
it
good
raw,
salmon in the air fryer.
yeah, it's cooking.
I reheat things in it. I don't cook nothing that's raw in there.
No, I ain't cooking like how people be baking and shit up in there and all kind of stuff like that.
No, I don't be
No, I
fucking
ain't doing
like
all that.
I'm a real cook.
Yeah,
I can make gravy.
Figured out how to do all that. And I let a nigga know quick. I don't cook. Don't come over here looking for a cooked meal because it's not gonna happen.
Don't worry, y'all. Just tell her what you want and she'll ask me to cook it and I got you. I got you, become.
It'll be cooked at somebody else's home.
Break?
Move.
That's it.
Yeah, that's literally what I did every day.
It's rodeo season.
I'm so sick of fucking rodeo.
Oh my God.
I can't stand the fucking rodeos.
What?
It's very fucking expensive, and they should have kept Astroworld if they wanted to do that. It would have made way more money if you would have just fixed up Astroworld instead of trying to do. I mean, I understand my grandpa, he sells his cattle, and I understand
he
why.
still now?
Yeah, my grandpa
cool
still have cattle and stuff like that in the country. So I understand the concept and I understand the importance of the rodeo, but the way they've jacked up the prices and the way that it's not safe and the way that I just don't believe that it's economically great for Houston like they try to make it seem. Anymore.
I can see where you're coming from.
I don't think that. And the parking is insane. You're fucking parking on grass for $20 dollars, and then to even park close,
$25 to get in.
Yes, and you got to pay all this money to get in.
And
every little thing, like you got to pay for every little thing, and that's not how. True. Where is that money going towards? I know where the cattle money and stuff, things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But where does that money go to?
Some of it goes to scholarship. They do award a lot of high school seniors with scholarship money as well as they do.
We'll find out soon because me and Brittany are going to join. And we're trying to. Okay,
I'm gonna join. So
I said I hate the rodeo, but we're joining.
Yeah, no.
Shout out to y'all for the committees. We want to be on them.
Yeah,
we are.
I can understand. We do. I said, I had to find my love for Houston. So now I need to find my love for the rodeo because I don't understand.
I did research it. They do give a lot of money back for scholarship. If they don't do nothing else, a lot of the money goes to scholarships. They award tons of money to scholarships.
And that I didn't know.
The actual, the carnival part, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, that is like a separate
entity.
Okay. And that's to really jacked up prices.
Yeah, I think that's
like
where
to ride the rides, to, buy the food. Literally a bottle of water is $5 and you can go get a 24-pack of Dasani water for $5.48.
Yeah, that's true.
One is $5. So that money is going towards them. But all of the other things, and then there are also small businesses inside of the arenas and stuff like that. And
or think about like Triple J's who in there, they getting to take that small black business and getting to bring it there.
Places, they get the money and it's helping them, But like as far as the really pricey part, which is the carnival, we don't see that money.
It's so different than the fair because I'm from Dallas, so with the State Fair of Texas, like y'all.
Ain't it the same rides?
It's rides, but how y'all big on the rodeo part? We not big on the rodeo part. Like,
do y'all have a rodeo there?
They have like livestock. You can go see a little bit, but not like how y'all where they do like the little cow rides
and the shows
kids.
And stuff.
No, like you had the Ferris wheel. You got a whole bunch of rides. Then we had a food hall. Now in the food hall, you have some local businesses, but you can go. Everybody know when you go to the State Fair of Texas, you going to Fletcher's for a corny dog. You're going to get you a lemonade. You're going to go to Midway. And the big thing we go to is the car show because they have new cars that are coming out.
So it's at the fair?
It's at the fair.
Oh. Yeah, also, and I took the boys. And
the main attraction are the two games, Grambling and Prairie View and the Red River Shootout, which is Texas OU. And the stadium is inside of there. Now, there are many concerts that they have, but not how like y'all have all the ones in different days. Before. Yeah, and the difference is y'all's is at the NRG, ours is in the middle of South Dallas. And on our fairgrounds, that's the museum over there. Like little things. So we go throughout the year over there, but nobody
y'all still got that tall man.
Yeah, Big Texas. And that is something big.
Don't he talk?
Yes, he talk. Welcome to the State Fair of Texas. Shout out to Big Texas.
This man is
they gave him a facelift. He got a little Botox this year, but we love him.
I love Botox.
But when I went to the rodeo, that's what I was expecting. And I was thinking, we finna go in here. We gotta buy a book of tickets. The tickets gonna get you on the rides or buy you food. And then when y'all took me, and I'm like, I have to swipe my card. I'm like, but what about my tickets?
Yes.
Like, I remember the first time Tony went to the rodeo. This side note. First time Tony went to rodeo, I was pregnant, so we didn't get to do shit but walk around.
Yes, she was big pregnant.
I wasn't big at that time.
You had a belly. That's when you had first started showing her belly, and we didn't know. And I'm like, she like, we going to the rodeo, and I'm thinking I'm going to the fair. Like in Dallas, because I saw the rides from the freeway, and so when they was going in, talking about let's go look at the livestock, I'm like, what are we going to look at these horses for?
That's what we would go for.
Yeah,
to look at the horses.
And even the kids going to school, I understand that a lot of kids don't get to go. Their families are ready to shell out their money. Even though they give them a paper where you can buy the books and stuff that, a lot of kids don't get to go. So the field trips are informative because we used to take our deaf kids there often so they can understand because their families weren't taking them and they couldn't communicate what the things were even if they did take them. So I understand the little things like that, but the prices are fucking insane.
This year, the TikTok took over. And, that's
had what I was getting at.
Of people, I guess fantasizing what the rodeo was from TikTok and making all them things come. And so you had this influx of people coming into the city and they dressing up thinking, we all in, which that's why I do love the rodeo sideboard because of the rodeo gear.
Honestly.
I love it. No, it was on TikTok.
But I'm saying this whole rodeo theme thing.
No, that's what they told them on TikTok. That's what you're supposed to dress to go to the rodeo.
But I'm saying the whole fascination with rodeo stuff, with country stuff, is because of Beyonce and what she's been doing. Like, we just seen that Niecy Nash. She had that rodeo party thing. Like, I keep seeing so many things like that. And it's because of...
And also, people are fantasizing Houston. And so they come in here and they want our culture. Well, I'm an honorary Houstonian, by the way. But our culture. But people, they want TikTok talking about, we just want to get to Houston because they party all the time and we want to go to the rodeo.
That's why it's lines at clubs. That's why it's usually lines at clubs ain't no more. Because what the fuck?
It was a line at the spot
Houston
last night.
Sunday.
Don't leave Houston on Sunday. So a lot of people on TikTok had made videos before we coming to Houston for the rodeo and we coming to go out. And I'm like, y'all know we don't really be outside like that on a Monday and a Tuesday, but they were coming for a week straight thinking they were going to get a weekend vibe the whole week.
But during spring break it was because who did we talk to someone said something like that week there were so many people the entire week. They were
talking about from Thursday to Sunday that it was like endless. And I think it kind of watered down watered down the scene for us because then we went back last night and we were in Third Ward and it was back to old Third Ward.
It wasn't last week. Because that last week, baby.
But my friends from Dallas love Houston, and they always say, man, is it lit like that all the time? Like, and they always want to come and go out. And I'm like, it's so much other stuff in Houston that I love about the city besides the club that I'm like, y'all only love Houston because y'all see the men and y'all see the places like Urban Social this week. People talked about how Urban Social was like this big thing and there was so many out-of-towners. Well, a girl had posted 2 TikToks about how this where you find out-of-grown fine men. And so they looking at them TikToks and they thinking, this what you gonna get. And that's not true.
TikTok be lying. Right?
From a non-TikToker.
No, I'm so serious because when we went to Colorado and we were looking at all the restaurants, bitch, we was looking at all the TikToks and that's how I realized TikToks be lying because we chose a restaurant that was really, really nice and had really good reviews and the food was supposed to be delicious. Oh. Was it? No. Okay? So, like, you got to really be careful with what you following on TikTok because, number one, those are influencers and a lot of them are getting paid or some sort of benefit to go
or they
to
regular
those
people who look at videos and
to do these places like that, to send business to these places, and it's not really like that. So just be mindful of what maybe you look at Yelp.
I say look at a Houstonian. Like if I'm gonna look at a video from a city, I want to look at it from somebody who from the city. Like, influencer not going to influence me to come here because it's just going to be glitz and glam because that restaurant pulled out the red carpet for y'all. But if you was to post a video and say, hey, this is my favorite place I want to go to, like the William Chicken videos that I have on my page that went big, the biggest thing that the people knew about, I'm from Oak Cliff. So this ain't me going one time. I've been going to these places, trying these places. So this is something that I like.
All right, so what is the name of the spa?
The spa's called Gangnam. Gangnam. So, me and my co-friends and I, we went for, just us, a girls' day for us while we were on spring break. And I met these women from D.C. and they were saying how they were here to experience the Houston life, but they were older. Like, they were way older than us.
How did they find this nude spot, though?
They found it on Groupon.
Oh, yeah.
And so they were saying that they was coming down here to experience the Houston life and the rodeo and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is. I was like, yeah, this is. Yeah.
Were y'all nude when you were having this conversation?
Yeah, we were very much nude in the nude.
That's all you got from the conversation was they nude.
Yeah. They was just having friendly conversations in the nude.
If Brittany, for the audience to know, Brittany still ain't really online like that. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't look at TikTok. Houston is one of the places that everybody moving to. Like Chicago and Detroit, they're moving here now. Because this is the place to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like everybody moving here because we're the place to be to go out. The job, supposedly it's jobs here, and houses. Supposedly. So people that's our age and like anybody between 25 and 40, they moving here. This is the place to be. Mm-hmm. But they're fantasizing it off of seeing pictures like Dome, where they shooting a basketball for the bottle, or Lost and Found, or seeing places like Camp, Seaside. That's what they're basing it off of. And those are nice places,
and those are fun places, but it's not like that all
But
the time.
they think it's like that all the time. So, like, the big thing on TikTok, they say, if the hashtag will say, never leave Houston on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Houston is what you make it. Like,
you think so?
Yeah. Definitely, because there are other people who have other friend groups that have a whole different experience of Houston and things to do there. So, like, it just depends on who you know. It depends on.
I can see that. You think the city different by who you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely who you know.
In the side of town.
The side of town, and then how much money you have to spend.
Right.
So, like, it's different.
Because
they did say that this week.
Kirby, people,
but they said that this week on TikTok, when I was looking at the things of people reviews from leaving of the city, I seen half and half. Like, one group of girls was like, if you now one thing, I agree with this. The biggest misconception that they came here was that in their cities, or like Miami and other places, they were 10s. They were some bad bitches. They said when you come to Houston, these are natural women. Even the women with BBLs look so natural, they automatically dumb them down to 5s. Yeah. Because you can't compete with that southern. These women are beautiful here, and I'm a woman here, but the women in Texas, you can't.
Specifically Houston.
Or Dallas, but we're here in Houston. Mm-hmm. You cannot mix that in a bowl. You cannot mix it. You cannot.
And it's such a wide variety.
Yes. Skin color,
heritage, social class, bitch.
Dressing.
Yes, it's a different.
And that's what they talked about.
Then
they also talked about how, like in Miami, like a Carisha, and we shout out to Carisha, we love you. She getting a section and niggas gonna pay for it. But you can have a woman that do look like Lizzo, no point intended, and she getting a section paid for her. But when you go to places like Miami or Cali, that's not happening. That's and so they say here, preferences, but they say that's what the difference is about coming here. Because the men don't want that carbon copy. They like real cornbread women and how they come here and get so much love.
No matter what body type, you're going to find a nigga that want to here in Houston.
Yeah.
No matter what body type you got.
Somebody for everybody in Houston.
It does not matter. You will find you a nigga here in Houston. So come on down.
LC was saying, he was like, man, I don't know how women want to come to Houston. Because it's not that many men, but it's a plethora of women. He was like, I talked to one woman this way one day. Yeah, shout out to best friend. I'm telling all your business. So he'll talk to one woman and be like, she'd be like, I'm out for you today. He'd be like, fine, because it's like,
and that's what they said. They were talking about that online. They was like, man, in Houston, you got your pick. You can have you one every day of the week. And if you live in Houston, you know that's a fact. Because you can have you a Northside nigga. A nigga in Katy, you can have you a nigga in Baytown. You can even if you want to do one, better get you one in Lake Jackson. Turn around, have you a nigga on the north side. Come back, have you one in Katy. Meet you an east side nigga, and come back, have you one in the south side.
And
right
then
there.
You don't ever have to see him out.
And you will never see them in the same places. You will never see them in the same places.
Never see him in the same place.
It's like you come here.
I don't know. Are we saying that Houston is ideal for cheaters?
I feel two things could be very true.
Wait a minute.
I think two things could be true. You think two things could be very true?
Oh, I think it's giving being a person
that's not from here, especially when it comes to dating. And I have been here it's been about 12 years, a little bit more than 12 years.
12 years.
For me, this is a city of even the ain't shit niggas are men. They are men. No. It's a lot. Yes, they are men that are willing to date you. They are getting up and working manly jobs. It is not two Beyonces in a relationship. And when I say that, I'm from Dallas. I love Dallas. I'm from the middle of Oak Cliff. I love my city. But those men are not, I know a plenty of men in Dallas. So I say, hey, get you a tweet card. Go get you a tweet card, go work at the plant, and you're going to get a real good job. That's dirty. I ain't
Who
gonna
said
be away
that?
From home.
The people from Dallas?
You can find a lot of men from Dallas that would not work those type of jobs because it's too dirty. Whereas here, shit, these niggas trying to get tweet cards when they in a junior high school. They trying to get out there and work. It's not so much glitz, glam, and flashy. It's more so family, come home, like dating, courting. When I got to Houston, I was not used to a man, hey, what's up? What's good with you? Let me see, a play-ass nigga. I'm used to say, man, come here, pulling on you and grabbing on you.
They are
like
aggressive
that.
in Dallas. Yeah.
They are more aggressive.
They are very aggressive.
This is
in
not
Dallas.
here,
yeah.
And so it made that transition for dating differently. When I go home, I'm no nonsense with it. I don't got to put up with that. I can go back to Houston, and a player-ass nigga gonna walk up to me and be like, hey, how you doing?
I just want to say that, yeah, they do have jobs here, but there are some fuck niggas here in Houston too.
Brittany, let it go.
I'm just saying, because I don't want you to be painting the picture, baby. That like even the fuck niggas gotta work, because there are some that don't.
Okay. All right.
There are some. Like,
so what you been doing besides talking about fuck niggas?
Okay, what have I been doing? Things and stuff and people.
Wow, love that she's doing people.
Clock it. With my nails. Oh, wait, we can hear it. Guys, she doesn't have a nubby this week. Shout out to Britt for not having nubs.
She definitely got a nub.
So what? And like I said, I tried it last night. They work the same. It does not matter.
Shout out to my girl for sucking dick.
You said you tried it.
Yeah.
What else was you trying? We knew you weren't putting it in no bitch, so we knew what else.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So I've been
shout out to Bree. Yeah.
on spring break. Oh, I was sick. I had the flu.
Yes. And was still trying to be outside.
Baby.
And was
that shit took me down. Yeah, I've had the flu one time before. It didn't feel like that. I literally thought like I might have been on death's door. Like I was afraid. I was afraid for my life.
Yeah, she went to go stay at her granny house.
Yeah, I went because I was afraid to be by myself. I was like, what is happening?
She texted us there early in the morning on her spring break.
All them different thermometers.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, be sick for real, bro. She ain't bullshitting. My girl is fucked up on the inside, but that flu ain't to be played with. Y'all can try emergency.
Yeah. So I had that, and then it was gone by Thursday. So we went out. I think didn't we go out?
Yeah, it was social junkie.
I enjoyed, the small part of my spring break, but that's pretty much it. Just living, trying to figure out, because I had this talk with my coworker about coming back to where we are, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. So I am studying now to retake an exam that I need to take.
Yes, God, thank you, Jesus.
So hopefully I have that done by the end of April, and I will be in a different position, hopefully. So that's really what I've been doing, studying, because I cannot remember. I graduated with my master's in 2018. And so I need to go back and relearn all the stuff that I've learned.
Oh, yeah.
And then the new stuff as well. So I've been like dividing the chapters and trying to get it in my mind, at least.
The same certification? You gonna go to take the same test?
Yes, I have to retake the test because it's a different test now. And my passing score is not valid anymore.
For real?
Yeah.
And because you didn't keep it current?
Grandfathered in?
Nope.
Because you didn't keep it current?
Because I didn't keep it current. So now I have to redo it. So I'm in a program now to help me review for the exam.
I know that's what I've been doing. That's awesome. Good. You sound like you've been doing your biggest one.
Girl, I'm trying, girl, because these kids.
You see, that's I got better than baby.
I ain't gonna even go
into that. Since we were talking about fuck niggas, I think we should talk about Carisha.
Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it,
Tony, because I'm interested.
Okay,
tell us the spiel.
So Carisha was on Shannon. Shannon, you should invite us to the couch. It's enough room on that couch for all of us to come sit there.
You know what? He's never had groups of people.
He haven't, but we could be his first group because we're gonna talk to you about it. Because we need to talk to you about Michelle anyway. Because I'm with Carisha too. I know what position he had her in. to have that girl in there screaming like that. Carisha said she knew what
I have
it was.
a question. Do you feel like now after hearing his explanation as to
he knew what he was doing.
You really think he went on live for sure?
How free he is in the conversation and how his guests keep bringing it up and he key and laugh about it. He knew what was up.
Maybe he's just trying to make light of the situation.
Think that's what I thought. He was trying to just make light of the situation.
Yeah, like
I ain't into the recording shit.
Kind of like Mimi. Like, might as well put it all the way out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's already out there. Let's just put it out.
After listening to his explanation of what happened, like what he would not do to hurt his reputation and stuff, I really don't think that he said that he had never been live before. He had never been live before, so he didn't know what he was doing. Live on Instagram.
But have you ever went live on your phone?
No.
It takes a little steps. It's a lot of steps. Like you have to choose how you want to go live. It asks you, do you want to notify your audience?
Where he, might have pushed something. No, you have to literally see it. I'm gonna teach you.
And then it does a little countdown.
Get online with the rest of
it. It does a little countdown too.
It does. It do a countdown.
I live my life just fine without the internet. But go ahead.
Okay, Bookie. Mm-hmm. But you have to it's like 2 minutes. I don't know. Carisha was talking and she just made a reference that, all cheating isn't a deal breaker, right? Mm-hmm. And so she doubled down on live to kind of explain it. And she was like, she would take her man back. She would keep her man it's up to 4 times before she leave him. So my question is, what type of first of all, there are different types of cheating.
What types are you referring to?
Okay, so you could cheat. You could emotionally cheat.
Mm-hmm.
You could physically cheat. You could cheat and have a baby. You could cheat.
That's careless cheating.
That's careless. Reckless cheating and bringing something home that we can't return.
Well, that's reckless.
That's even more reckless cheating.
I don't think that that's different types of cheating. I just think that those are all things that could happen.
No, because you could cheat. No, because look, like a nigga could be. It's different because a nigga could be just texting a bitch.
And I do think it's emotional and physical.
Like you could be texting a bitch, and some women don't think that's cheating. That's just him talking to a woman. And then some women feel like it's cheating once they have sex. Some women feel like just getting the number is cheating alone.
I had a conversation. I don't know, was it with you? Like, what do you think is okay? And someone, it was when I was in Chicago. We were talking about what's considered cheating. And like, he was like, anything that you cannot do in front of your partner or your partner would feel disrespected by is considered cheating.
Like if you cheating, like in the recent incident that happened, that was like, if we were like super, super serious, it would be cheating, but I wouldn't have left him for that. Because wasn't no money coming out of our house. They wasn't fucking on each other.
So referring to an incident that just happened with her.
And just please know, I run your mama sheet several times.
Because she did.
Yeah. But anyway.
She did.
And that ain't just to him, that's to any man. I ain't playing about my feelings now. But yeah, anyway. Because I have been a woman that was cheating on, and my ex cheated on me and had a baby. And then kept the baby a secret. And then I had to find out from the woman he was cheating with. That is where I draw my line. I feel that if you cheat, you do whatever, I don't know nothing until you come to my front door. So I don't know nothing. And if she had not told me, I would have never known. But you made her so comfortable in her position that she felt she could trump what you had to say and come find me and make herself known and get online. So at that point, she don't got no respect for me. She don't have nothing for me.
That's messy cheating.
That you cheated so bad. You couldn't even pick a bitch that could keep her mouth closed.
You cheated so bad.
You cheated so bad that you picked a bitch that felt I need to find her. And then she not only found me, she found me, antagonized me for not wanting to be for her and proceeded to continue to call me about the situation. That was where my line was drawn. The baby now at this age would have drawn the line. The baby was, it would have drawn the line. But the fact you had a bitch and you were fucking with her and she felt like, I need to call her. I need to let her know that I'm present. That's where the cheating, because now you've made her feel more important than me. And money. If you were spending money, I ain't gonna lie, that was one reason why I am not mad about the situation. Her major complaint was that the nigga wouldn't spend no money and wouldn't take her nowhere. I could call right now.
So that's why she contacted you?
Yeah, she wanted to know who I was. She wanted to know what it was about me, who it was. We're not gonna get too many details.
Girls really want to be knowing who you are.
But Bookie, let's just know it is currently $419. If I called it $421 and asked for any amount of money by $422, I would have it in my Zelle. Shout out to me. And I don't have to lay on my back or put anything in my mouth to get it. So there's a difference in all of that.
And there's nothing wrong with putting anything in your mouth to get it. But what was you going to say, Jennifer? You were saying that you had something to say.
I was going to talk about messy cheating.
Yeah.
So being the person that has cheated.
Don't whisper because you were loud when you cheated.
Because Tony had made a comment to our producer.
I didn't say names. Though.
No, she said we were talking about what we were going to talk about today, and she was like cheating. She was like, because we have at least one of us a cheater before, so one of us is a cheater.
Yeah. So my thing is, I feel like you could be cheating and you have cheated, but that doesn't make you a cheater.
Huh? That's true.
What?
I don't feel like so you're not a cheater. Like that's not something that you always do in every relationship.
I agree.
That does not make you're cheating now.
Oh yeah.
But you don't cheat in every relationship.
But what about
and you may have cheated in the past, but that doesn't make you a cheater right now. Because I don't feel like I should cheat right now.
Well, I have a question.
You said right now. You didn't say never again.
What were the reasons why? Never. Be careful with the mics. But what were the reason why you cheated before? Let's do that.
Because I could and because I wanted to.
See, that's what we talking about. So were you satisfied in your situation?
Like, and sometimes it was accidents.
My friends feel
seriously. They used to have it in college.
Nah, bro. Like, man, put all bullshit to the side. Some shit was accident. Like, some stuff I might have put myself in that position, but I ain't think I was gonna fucking cheat, or I ain't think they was gonna make me cheat. Like, a nigga kissed me. I didn't kiss him.
But like, you engaged in it.
Yeah, and you didn't feel like he was comfortable. Yeah. That was my thing. If you make a person feel comfortable enough to cross them lines with you, then you're a cheater.
And don't listen to Tony.
Sorry, y'all.
But like having sex, yeah, you kind of feel like, okay, they coming over here. Like if you get yourself dressed, you take a shower, you know what's gonna happen. Like you kind of in your mind have an inkling, then that's fucking cheating.
When did the cheating? Somebody said, when does the cheating start? Does it start when they get the number or when they start doing the actions?
To me, because I've dated cheaters. And I've dated niggas that are not cheating and we just text. I don't feel like that's cheating.
Oh, yeah. I don't consider that cheating.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's cheating. So when I've gotten his number, he got my number.
When is it cheating? When they go to his house?
No, it depends on where the conversation go in the cheating.
Yeah, I agree. Because I've had some platonic conversations or we kind of had like little flirting shit, but never go past nothing else.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't feel like that was cheating.
So my question was, and you didn't answer that, were you satisfied in your situations? Because what caused you to do those things?
Yeah, I loved who I was with, but I wanted to. Yeah, I love them.
You can.
You think people that cheat? You think you can be the person love you?
Yes, go ahead.
I love them, and I would double down on it. I love that person, and I would still do anything for that person. And it was just like, oh shit, I fucked up. I did this shit, but I don't really care about that other nigga. I really care. It was disrespectful, and I really care about you, and I love you. But that shit, it was fucked up. Like I understand. I take account of.
Have you done this before?
How many times have I cheated?
Wow. So you're a cheater.
Because that was in the past. I haven't cheated. I hadn't cheated in my last relationship. Neither one of the last relationships I had.
Is it because you had a lot of love for them and you didn't want to cheat?
No, it's because I was over that. Like you have to get over that. I was over that. I don't want to cheat no more.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think, because I'm thinking of a man perspective, I don't think people cheat in every relationship. I do think people are cheaters in some aspect. I don't think texting is cheating is when, if you call me on your lunch break, when you get off and go to work, and then all of a sudden that bitch taking that space, now you've crossed into the level of cheating because she's put an emotional space in your mind. That's when we start crossing the lines of the cheating. But if that's just a bitch you just friend, like her and her little best friend, how they be texting, I wouldn't consider that cheating. Whereas a man, you know, on the other spectrum, a man will consider that disrespectful. To me, though, it wouldn't be because they're just friends. Nothing is going to get crossed.
Feel like,
But as a woman, because he got a best friend and she a woman and they text and talk. They talk about us. They talk about them. They talk about other stuff, and it don't bother me.
I don't know. Like adult women and men being friends can sometimes be, because like
I don't want Gucci and I don't want Jay. I don't want nothing to do with them.
Okay, I can talk about LC. Like when I first met him, yes, it was a physical attraction. Yes, I did want to fuck with him that on that type of level. But as time went on and we became friends, we sleep in the bed and nothing happened.
He kind of forced you to be his friend.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
he
forced you to be his friend.
That would be one that I wouldn't be able to deal with as a woman, because at some point y'all really want to fuck with each other. So how do I not know eventually down the line y'all are not gonna want to try that again?
You have to trust somebody.
That's hard to try. Especially if I know both of y'all, if I know that you have cheated on somebody in the past, that's a hard window to talk. Because if you wanted to fuck with that person, if you wanted to fuck, and especially when both of y'all wanted to fuck with each other in the beginning, and then y'all just dwindled into a friendship, and then now you think y'all, nah.
Well, we don't want to get on how friendship starts, but I do want to go on a part about what you just brought up with the trust thing, because what you said was Carisha will take this person back 4 times. Mm-hmm. At some point, when trust is broken, each time it's broken over,
a little bit.
It's so hard to rebuild trust. Think of like this wonderful, perfect thing, and it takes one moment to break it, and you'll be spending years trying to refix it.
If the cheater doesn't refix it.
It can't be the cheater, though. You have to be open.
I didn't do nothing wrong. So it's not me to set the tone now.
But
You're
what I'm saying is at one point, because 4 is too many to me. So at what
it depends on what he did. Them 4 times, what type of cheating he did those 4 times.
So what's okay for you to take back? Can you tell me? Because I think
what I just took back. I just took back,
I would 4 times. So him talking to another bitch 4 times.
And what I wouldn't take back is if you keep fucking with the same bitch because you wanted to be there. That's who you want to be with. A man or a woman that keep messing with the same person, go be with that person. The only thing that's stopping you is your commitment to me.
I have something to say on that.
Okay.
I feel like if you cheat, so this is a question. If you cheat 1,000 times with 1,000 different women versus if you cheat 1,000 times with the same woman, which one is worse?
Bitch, go be with that bitch, because why are you? Why?
So the 1,000 with
the one person.
Is
and I'm gonna tell you this: my ex really that baby and having a baby. I think it was the having of the baby, but having a baby with the girl, seeing you in a picture, a maternity picture, and seeing you hold that baby made me question myself as a woman so bad, because I was at home. Mm-hmm. You didn't like the club. I wasn't in the club all the time. I was working a full-time job and cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mm-hmm. Cooked, clean, did everything. And it took you a matter of minutes to completely forget all of that and have a baby. But have that baby with that girl, lie about it, and then you were mad at me for being upset at you. Mm-hmm. That's where I think that I couldn't take that. Now, at this age that I'm in now, which there's been 3 years, I would never put up with that. Now, the other stuff, like the calling my phone and stuff, that's funny to me. That is comical to me. You clearly see all I'm gonna do is text you back. This nigga ain't never coming up off of me, and we gonna move on.
Let's talk about cheating horror stories. So, like, what?
I feel like I've been in those situations.
Yeah, what is the worst thing that has happened to you?
Setting me up. Sending the girl to my house, get her hair done, trying to set me up in my own house. Yeah. And then, because it not only made me question
on that. So what happened?
So they basically, she used her best friend's girlfriends to make a hair appointment with me. She made the hair appointment, and it was supposed to be a surprise. Mm-hmm. And so I was real iffy about it. And you got to know the timeline to know. So she wrote me in November. Mm-hmm. I ignored it for 2 weeks. The girl kept writing, "My girl really love your page. She really wants some micro links from you, and she really want to get her hair done."
This was the best friend.
This was
saying that about
her girlfriend saying that about the baby mama's best friend. And I was like, oh, this is really cute.
Oh, okay. So they were gay.
They were gay.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this is cute. Mm-hmm. Did my due diligence. And I was like, okay, we'll take the money. I said, well, since I don't really know you, I need half. If you know my booking site, that's my most expensive service on my site. So she paid half, and the girl comes to get her hair done. Mind you, this is the day before my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, this girl is being really weird to me. She wasn't really talking, and she was on the phone the whole time. Mm-hmm. And I could hear her, but I'm thinking she on the phone with her girlfriend. And I was thinking in my mind, naive me, thinking that she thought me and her girlfriend had something going on, because the girlfriend.
So that's the vibe you got?
That's the vibe. Because, that's just like if my dude went and booked me an appointment and this randomly came out, mm-hmm. and they didn't communicate and send money, Now, old me would have been like, damn, bitch, what y'all got going on? New me is like, okay, that's what a man will do for you. So in my mind, I'm like, maybe she's just intimidated. And literally, I was halfway through the appointment and I text my sister. I said, she can never come get her hair done by me. The vibe is off. Luckily that night, he had just left right before I started doing hair. So you couldn't really see in our house enough to just see where we
had a
lived
separate
at.
room that you did.
I had a separate room and we didn't have pictures of, I think we had just kind of got into it a little bit. So I didn't even have our pictures of us up in the house. So that was December. We proceed to January. My grandfather passes away, and 2 weeks after that, I get a DM while I am teaching House Bill 1516 to my 5th graders how to read so they can get ready for their STAR test. And I get a text message that said, hey, I was paid $100 to show you this. It was a maternity picture of him and the girl.
What?
And a picture of him sitting on their bed with the baby in his lap. And the next picture proceeded to say, it was her DMs, and her DM said, if she want to ask me anything, she can call this number. I laughed at the message.
Someone paid somebody.
See, the same stud wrote me back. Because I was thinking when I seen the name, I was like, oh, she want to get her girlfriend hair done again. And crazy thing is, a week before that, he had came home one night mad at me. And he was like, who you let come in the house? Who you let come in the house that you didn't know? And I was like, nobody came in the house to get their hair done. So he backtracked, went back over. And we sat and talked a little bit about it. And I had my sister run my booking site. And I was like, oh, it's just been 2 new girls. I knew one of the girls from Port Arthur. And I knew this girl. Me and him looked the other girl up. And he was like, this is a stud. And I was like, yeah, it's a stud. And we left it alone. I said, oh, one of y'all bitches didn't got their hair done. And we went on. Went to bed. Went on about it. Life was going on for me. And so the craziest thing, y'all, in a shirt, they had a shirt that said man behind the bump. And I had washed that shirt at the beginning of like October, right after his birthday in October. And I was like, man behind the bump. But I kept thinking about the car, bump in the car. Stupid me not knowing that the man behind the bump was the matching shirts that they had on and the pictures that she sent. So the girl proceeds to, I said, oh, you hoes is dumb to let her spend $100. If she got a baby, she should have spent that money on some diapers or some milk. So the girl writes me back and was like, no. So I knew I was licensed to carry at the time, and I knew they knew where I lived as well, but I didn't know anything about them. So what I did was I went and I had the girl voice message me to confirm that that's what they were doing. And she was like, oh, well, I didn't know none of this. My girlfriend knows this girl. I didn't know, how deep this was.
I have a question. So who came to your house? Was it the actual baby mama or was it her friend?
Her best friend.
Her best friend, okay.
Yeah. And for me, because of the type of women that we are and how we operate, we would never allow each other to do nothing like that.
And that's just not safe.
We wouldn't try to get with the other girl. We wouldn't call her. We wouldn't text. So I could not comprehend, and I was grieving. My grandpa had literally to the day of his funeral 2 weeks later. So that happened. That was like a Tuesday, Wednesday. And I texted him a picture and I said, I texted him a picture of the conversation. I sent him the voice on and said, oh, what we gonna have for dinner? And that was it. And I went back to teaching. I didn't cry at work. I didn't cry. When I got home, he said, why would you be talking to them online? I said, okay, so what we going to have for dinner tonight? And I cooked dinner. I took me a shower. I smoked. And I went right on about nothing happened. And so probably like 2 weeks later, I posted a picture. This girl had made a TikTok. And the TikTok was like, when your dude, baby mama, come up in your people you know. And I put a little joke on there and I said, or better yet, when your dude, fake baby mama pay $100 to find you. And from there, her and her friends spent the next 2 months antagonizing me.
They did.
Anything that I did, anywhere that I go, and it created such it scared me to death in my home. And not that I'm scared because I know Peppa the Pig is still watching. Hey, girl. It did not scare me to win. Which one? Yeah, I love calling the bitch Pepper. Shout out to me for having the coins to get that weight up off of me. But I think it scared me, one, because it made me feel like I'm no longer safe in my home.
Yes.
2, it really made me question myself as a woman. It made me really question, like, am I not this? Am I not that? What did I not do? What can I not give? I didn't want to have kids at the time, and we had been together for a while. And so I hadn't got pregnant. It was never a pregnancy scare. And then you went and slept with this woman and
did
she
y'all
got
make
pregnant.
It past that, like,
We tried because that was November, February, March. We went to see Earl Spencer fight April 16th, on the way back, it was a girl coming out of the restroom, and he spoke and said something to her. And she was like, oh, I'll see you back in Houston. And I knew from that minute we would never be together after that. We stayed until June to when we had the big fight, but that showed me that he had no care for me. I know the baby was one thing, but the fact you knew that was already hurting me and you kept adding another bitch to it, I couldn't do it no more. Because I literally would sit and be like, damn, like, if I cook more, if I don't go out at all, if I start recording the show, if I change how I look, get this color nails that he want to get, it was not enough.
Yeah.
It was because I wasn't that type of woman. I wasn't that. So that was a deal breaker. Now, I love me. I've healed that type of man. I wouldn't be in that environment. When it first came about, I would have left. Now, if that happened, I would have left the minute I would have been, okay, y'all, I got to get off of work right now. I got to put this nigga out. And I would have put that nigga out that house, and we wouldn't have been together. But I stayed too long, and a little bit of me staying was my ego.
Jennifer, you got one? What is a cheating horror story?
Oh, you must got to think of yours. Yeah. Baby, I know one for you already.
Yeah, I know one.
I know one for you already.
But
I'll go.
Y'all think my shit bad. Brittany had some shit.
I want to know. Brittany done had if it's the one I'm thinking about.
Wait,
for you.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, you go. No, I want to know if what I'm thinking is your horror story.
And I want y'all to know we have not trauma bond over these stories.
No,
we did not trauma bond over these stories.
No, tell me what's the story you think.
Shout out to having real friends.
You got chased down in a car.
Oh, no.
That wasn't even bad enough.
That wasn't even bad.
Okay, go ahead.
That wasn't even my nigga.
That lady was trying to run off the road.
And you should have ran your baby daddy.
Okay, go ahead.
That wasn't even my nigga. Anyway, so no, that wasn't it. I think the worst story, I mean, because I've had girls, I've been dated for a long time, and this is something I tell Tony all the time. Like, the stuff that she's been through, I've done that times probably 100. Because I've been dating so long. Yeah. I've had girls come to my mama house and egg my mama house.
Oh, yeah.
I've had girls, like, been having girls play on my phone. I've been having girls, like, do all these type of crazy things, show up at my people's house. Like, I've had girls do these things, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm over it. Yeah, whatever. Okay, girl, come back with something else, because the bitch and I already did it.
Yeah.
So, but I think the worst of it all was because I became a mother, and now we got to share this man. Oh. So when Carter was a baby, the guy that I had Carter with, I stopped talking to him. And so one day, of course, I want to see my son. Can you bring my son by? Can I see my son? So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll take Carter over there and see, and let him see you or whatever. And Carter was a baby. He wouldn't even remember. He was so little. Didn't know his other baby mom was coming over there.
Oh, I remember that.
We the first one, right?
The first baby mama.
And
she just kept calling. And I'm like, why don't you just answer for her? Like, oh, she know about Carter, but she don't really know about Carter. So, so she know about Carter, but she don't really know about Carter. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So she stopped calling and ended up just coming over.
Oh, wow.
So she came over to his people's house where I was, and he wouldn't answer the door. He wouldn't go to the door or whatever. So finally he went to the door, and she like, oh, this why you in here? You got your other son? You forgetting about your first son and blah, blah, blah. Side note, me and this bitch had drama since we've been fucking with this nigga since way back when.
Yeah, they were.
All the way in fucking high school. We've been fucking over this.
Yeah,
this same nigga. So, bitch, I know about you. You know about me. So, she does all that. She leaves, right? So, we in the house, he holding Carter, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, a big something comes through the glass window. This bitch done threw something through the window at his people's house. She wanted her baby daddy. She wanted her baby daddy.
My God.
So we have to move to another room, make sure Carter good, clean up. He cleaned up the glass, blah, blah, blah. Lo and behold,
like blood on it and shit.
Yeah, no, didn't get to that.
Okay.
Lo and behold, this bitch outside fucking up my car.
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't do something, so now her hands got blood on it. So once he said at the time we were at his grandparents' house. So his grandparents was like, take Carter home, blah, blah, blah. So I get outside. She got blood, handprints all on my window.
Oh, my God.
She didn't spit all over my car. She didn't kicked in the door. So I'm putting my baby in. He watching, looking, seeing where she at. I don't know if she left or whatever. Well, we thought she left. And then so I get in the car. I drive home, right? And he's following me. Lo and behold, she's following him.
Oh.
So we get to my house, and apparently I found out later that he was so infatuated with me that he had been driving her by my house. So she already knew where I lived.
Girl!
So she was parked on the street across from mine. So soon as he and I pulled up,
Did he tell her this is where Jennifer lives?
As a bitch, you kind of... Why we keep driving down this same street?
Yeah, like you know.
Why you slow down when you pass this house?
Oh, my God. Go ahead.
So, yeah. She was parked across the street. I'm getting Carter out the car. And then I see her just pull up and she hops out. Her and her friend hop out. And they trying to drag me out the car. So I just closed the door. I'm calling my granny because, baby, my granny... Rest in peace.
Triple OG, baby.
Yeah, she is.
My granny don't play.
Okay.
She came outside with the
stick.
Something that'll hold you
that's
real
gonna hold you.
She came out with the stick.
Because I'm calling my granny because Verna, she ain't on that type of time. So I'm calling my granny. Granny, come outside. This bitch trying to pull us out the car. Like she yanking on the door. She trying to beat the window in. She losing it, right? This girl is losing it. And he like, no, just go home, blah, blah, blah. So my mom... my granny calls my mom. They stay next door to each other. My mom calls the police. The girl speeds off. So the police comes and tells us that you should have a conversation with her because now y'all share the same. Same dude. So there's nothing we can do about this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not even going, it is what it is. Carter and I are safe. We go in the house, blah, blah, blah. Of course, she's had my number for whenever. So, of course, we got a little playing on the phone after that. But I think that was the worst because I had to protect my son from somebody crazy. And
you created this.
Yes. And on top of that, if he and I did not work out. So now I got to worry about my child going over to their house. And is she going to do the same things? Or what could she do to my child?
I wouldn't want to send my baby over there.
And cheating made me realize how much the police really don't give a fuck about women.
They don't.
Because when I went and I tried to report it to the girl, the man was like, it sounded like the man is the problem. Sir, these people know my address and they don't care to come to my home and physically assault me about the man. Yeah, the man is the problem, but these hoes... Like, we don't... Maybe we're a different type
what our
of
other
women.
friend went through and the police was not taking it serious.
Yeah, they wasn't taking it serious. But I think maybe because we're a different type of women, like, we don't sit up and be like, we're going to plot on this. Like, even when we know we didn't... Like, with the situation that just happened, never once none of y'all came to me and was like, well, what we going to do to the girl?
No.
What we going to do to the girl? We going to play on her phone. We going to call... Even when the girl was playing on my phone, I didn't even tell the man. We talked about it with each other. She did it for 3 days. I text back and was like, hey, he not coming off me. I'm not coming off of him.
This is the recent one, right?
The recent one thing. And we let it go. I've never thought to call another woman. I think maybe we live in delusion, but it be about me. Even with a nigga, and he might got 10 other bitches. It's about me.
I've never called anyone.
Have you played on somebody's phone behind
Hell no. I've never done that.
I'm too P for that shit. I might
People have like messaged me.
Even when we were younger, I'm not.
I didn't do it on
people's phone.
No,
it's just a matter of if you're gonna get the man, you're gonna get the man.
Because what am I gonna play on your
phone?
What
do I win out of it? Like, I want child to get a grip on life. Like, it's so many fish in the sea. It is so many fish in the sea to go outside behind a nigga. That was my main thing about the last situation. Like, girl, you lost your nigga because you couldn't let me go.
My thing is with the taking somebody back 4 times. I've been cheated on and like played with to the point where like I wanted to be violent.
No, not that one. No.
She didn't throw food on me. She threw food on him.
No, dragged through the house. Yeah, that's that one.
So what happened with me was the man that I was dating at the time, I didn't know that he was married. And he kept calling her his baby mama. So like every time it would be like drop-offs and pickups, he would have to take me home, even if we were out somewhere, to take me home and then go get the baby and then come back. And I was like, I'm not doing this.
And it wasn't a baby.
No, it wasn't a baby.
Well, it was.
No, it was a baby.
Was, but it wasn't.
He was younger. He was
I'm talking about the girl, the Mexican girl.
That's where it started. Start from there. So you got to start from that part. You have to start.
So when I met him, I didn't know that the woman was pregnant, but she was pregnant. She had a baby, and the baby was a Mexican baby. But
please,
she had passed it off as like, this is his baby. And if you see the person I'm talking about, you can clearly see that that kid was not him, because you can tell she was a mixed little girl.
Yeah.
And so he, at that point, I'm the reason why he did get a DNA test, and that is why, another reason why she hated me.
Yeah.
But
you ruined her life.
I ruined her life. But I was like, this is stupid. Y'all see. This is stupid. So at this point, he was still claiming a baby. And them drop-offs, I was like, well, why I can't be there? Like, we're out already. Like, why I have to go home and then you go get the baby and then la, 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 la. So at one point, I demanded. I was like, I'm not doing this no more. We're going to get the baby. Like, I feel like you're hiding me. And this is not how this is supposed to be. So he was like, this is about to, like, start a war. And I was like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's about to be a war. We had plans that night. He was like, we're not about to go out tonight. It's about to be a war. And I was like, okay. So then she saw me in the car and addressed him about it. She didn't end up doing the kid switch, and we ended up going back to his mama house because she was very upset.
Yeah.
So then she came to the mama house. I just bumped the mic. She came to the mama house. Yeah. Looking
yes, ma'am.
for him.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
She was like running around the house and shit. And so at that point, I called my friends and I was like, y'all need to come over here. This is on the north side. You know, if y'all don't know, people who want to move to Houston, area. The south side people really don't go on the north side.
Right.
So I was like, I had to call my friends and I was like, y'all need to come over here. I'm on the north side. This lady is acting crazy. She's like looking for me, like banging on her door, kicking his car, like doing all kind of crazy shit. And so I walked out through the front door because I'm sorry, I bumped the mic again. I'm animated because this is a very animated story, bitch. But
and we lived
she was in the back and they was arguing. So I walked out in the front yard to call them. And so I guess she heard me and she ran around and asked me, are you Brittany? And I said, yeah. And then she proceeded to try and punch me. So at that point, we were fighting in the middle of the yard. Like just fighting, throwing each other in the bushes, punching. She bit me. Bitch, I still got a scar on my arm.
Where you dragged the $2
for that. And so then at that point, you know, I got some like
rage.
Some rage.
She did her big one.
I grew some
her biggest one.
Cojones. I grew some cojones, bitch. And I picked her up and slapped her on the ground, bitch. And I grabbed her by the ponytail and I was dragging her. And I threw her ponytail in the bush, bitch. And then at that point, I scratched her face up and then she ran away. And so y'all got there.
And the ponytail was in the back seat.
And the ponytail was it was in the bushes at first. And so at that point, like, she left and she was crying. But, like, I want to say this. I'm not a violent person.
And we don't promote violence.
And I don't promote violence.
They don't.
But I'm not going to.
They don't.
I'm not going to, like, let somebody, handle me.
Or taunt you.
Or taunt me. Or, like, I'm not going to defend myself. I'm not going to defend. Yeah, I'm not going to defend myself.
Thank God for getting us through, like, growing us out of them situations and not being like that no more. Because I couldn't imagine.
But it took a while for me to let that go. Like, now, I want to hop back on the Carisha stuff because of the 4 times. I stayed with that person. I stayed with that person, and then me and her had to learn to coexist because I wasn't going anywhere, and they ended up getting a divorce. But they had been separated.
Did you stay for ego?
I did not stay for ego.
Oh, okay.
But there were points where I felt like I'm fucking with you, bitch. Ha ha ha. But that was
that made me feel, especially with the baby ass. But like, that's how I felt.
That wasn't the reason why I stayed. I stayed because I loved him, and I was like, okay, well, I could deal with that. And I had never been through anything like that before, so I was like, oh, this we'll get over it
because of that.
This is why trust. I say trust is so hard to get back. Yeah. And I stayed, and it probably was 4, maybe 5 or 6 incidents that I went through with that person. And that's why I cannot agree with Carisha, because I should have left after that first time.
If you knew you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, if I could not handle that. I couldn't. The trust had been broken. The person
hadn't changed.
Yeah, the trust had been broken so much that it was going to be impossible to put back together. So I don't know how she could sit through 4 times of that.
Y'all tell us.
It's probably not be consecutive. That's different. Consecutive 4 times, like you constantly, these different.
Yeah, basically.
If years in time, 4 times.
So this week, this is what we're gonna do. This week, the question this week, we're gonna end the episode in the chat. Y'all tap into the chat and ask us, what is y'all breaking point when it comes to cheating?
Yeah.
Does it have to be a certain type of cheating? Does it have to be a number of times of cheating? And does, cheating is automatically outside?
Do you have to have life scars that you have to live with?
Do you have to file a police report because a bitch want to come to your home and book her appointment?
When is it too much and you just have to let go?
Because when is it too much? And when do you blame the man and not the woman? Because sometimes it's the woman who wants to be in the favor of the man and go, because some women, because like in this case, both cases, both those women knew about me from the beginning. And it did not stop them. As soon as a nigga started telling me about another bitch, I'm out the door. Because then you can't think about me all the time.
See, I'm different. Back then, I was different. Like, sometimes it was, oh, yeah, I fuck with your nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, look,
I had those moments, too.
I'm fucking with your nigga.
Especially when, like, I had to watch. Just going through her mindset. Her, because at that point, we hadn't had the DNA test. So sending that baby over there knowing that I was there and I was going to be around her baby.
Maybe they made you feel some kind of...
Yeah.
Mine was the Earl
I'm sure
Spencer
it made
fight.
her feel some type of way.
Mine was going to the fight and us being at the fight, and I ain't got no fucking kids, and you at home with show baby you got with my nigga and your other kids that don't got no daddy either. So it fed my ego. It made me feel like, haha, bitch, I won. Now I feel how stupid that was.
Like, it's not, looking back on it, no one won.
Yeah.
No
like,
one.
it was
we
not
both stupid.
I'm here. It's not. Like, it that's a insane way of thinking. And if you are an adult still thinking like that, you really need to check yourself, your life, and the things that you have going on.
And just because you're a
no one's waiting in a situation like that. But anywho, guys, this has been wonderful. This has been like a therapeutic thing where we talked about.
It is. It feels good.
Yeah.
And just because you were born a side baby and your mother has been a side chick your whole life doesn't mean you have to grow up and be a side bitch too. So I'm Tony B.
I'm B. Go.
And I'm Jim Bunny.
And we are
the Group Chat Live. Bye, y'all.